to the Big Easy, today in New Orleans, Louisiana. Caesars Superdome, home of the R+L Carriers New Orleans Bowl. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Southern Mississippi Golden Eagles. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Kickoff team is out there ready to get this bowl game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Golden Eagles offense going to get the chance to start this game off. Guys, it's been a long season. These two squads have had their fair share of battles, but today, David, they have a chance to end the season with a W.
Yeah, and it's a little bit old school, right? With the bowl system, not as much to play for, but you get to put that uniform on again. And it should mean something. You had the bowl prep. You got to have some fun in a different city, Jesse. Now you get to go out and attack this game.
And it's another opportunity just to finish the season.
There he goes. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
Off the play fake on first down, the throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
And the Golden Eagles trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Looking for a man. It's Ware. Here's the pressure. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Now on third down for this offense. Trying play action. That's caught. It's not. Finds a crease at the 20. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up first and goal.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
They'll use the running game on first and goal. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Southern Miss.
Well, they wanted to turn the page after losing their last game, so how about you come out in this one? On the opening drive, you march the entire field and you put 6 up on the board. You can't start a game better than that.
And he puts through the extra point.
First down foul. Rookie kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. So Louisiana Tech's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff. It sparks the fans. They're special players, and they all have to play.
Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then it shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Bringing it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
To throw, it's Ware. Oh, they're after him. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. He's got it on the outside. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw again. Throws to the wideout. Got his man to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Throwing right. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. He got a step and just dusted the field.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Got the quick pass. Turning it on. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. Making side adjustments here. They'll run it from the gun. We'll give them a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll move the wide receiver. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Defense was on to something there. They were sensing screen might be coming up. D-line did a great job staying home, getting close to the running back and tackling him for no gain.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Snagged in the middle. It's Hodges. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. Makes the grab. Defense right there, and they are set up at the 14.
There's a great saying in football. It's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes. Well, my Jimmy's better than your Joe.
We've reached a break. It's Southern Mississippi on top. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Lost a throw on 1st down off the play fake. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Louisiana Tech. Haul that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And the extra point splits the uprights. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. 1st down from the 43. Looking down the middle. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And that is not where you want to miss. You do not want to miss high over the middle. A lot of that times that turns into an interception. He doesn't get that, but he's got to lower that football and give his receiver a chance to make a play.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The give to the tailback. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. To the air, it's Ware. Fires to the wideout. Throws it in. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Finds some fresh air. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available.
Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. The magic bean is spinning out of control. Already over 200 yards in the first half.
Yeah, they're being aggressive offensively, throwing the football, trying to take advantage of this defense on the back end. They've got their quarterback right now in a groove.
Off the play fake on first down. The throw. It's complete on the right side. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Got the back over the middle. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. Great job by this quarterback to beat the blitz, and then the running back made it to the sticks.
Yeah, awesome job. You see a extra guy coming. The running back is not accounted for. Nice job getting it to him and letting him get the first down. Great job, great defense.
Well, this defense knew coming in they were going to see some RPO and they were going to see some quick game. A nice job there taking the throw away from the quarterback.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? To the air, it's Ware. Rushes on him. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
You've got great field position here. You've got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on third and goal. Pushes ahead. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line. A loss of 1.
Decision time coming for this offense. How about the defense? They've hung in their Palmer, made him earn it all the way down. Now, are you going to go for it on fourth down?
Yeah, after running so many plays offensively on the drive, I know it'd be disappointing to only walk away with a field goal, but you'd feel even worse.
Touchdown, Southern Miss. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when they're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
And the returner will be knocked down. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll run it from the gun. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Wants to go up top. Gets it out quickly. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
I know, everyone's yelling, like, you didn't get the first down, we need more yards. But when you think about it, nice short completion, sets up a third down. And guess what? Nowadays, fourth down, green light. We're going to go for it anyways.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Hodges. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. they go to the ground. Makes it past the marker. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing...
There he goes! Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Louisiana Tech back to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Hauls it in. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. He'll go out of bounds, and he steps out right at the 8-yard line, and this offense is in business.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them.
Touchdown Bulldogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle, and that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback, good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he makes the extra point. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Bring in the heat. Finds his target down the middle. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Looking for a man. It's Ware. Unloads it left. Got his man downfield. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
And the offense just chooses to spike the ball.
No gain on the play. Brings up third down.
The Golden Eagles come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw for it. Pressure coming. Had to throw it before he wanted. And just not enough field to hold that one. It's incomplete.
And this offense stays aggressive and they pass the football. I think you can always look back and say, third and short, I'd love for you to run it and be the more physical team. Nice job sticking up and bowing their necks for this defense.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out of the field and make some stops.
Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield on first down. Under fire. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Quickly complete. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got his man, makes the grab. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the completion. He turns it upfield, and he moves the sticks.
The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Timeout, Louisiana Tech.
And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. Good, right down the boulevard. And after the field goal, guys, they are back on top. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Reese, thanks. Talk about an entertaining first half and always such a fun and vibrant environment there at the New Orleans Bowl. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the conclusion of the New Orleans Bowl.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time, and that applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this belt won.
Yeah, and you've seen it with bowl game. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in the rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
Quick handoff. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Got it looking for a first. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
There's a reason third down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at third down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football game.
Running back searching for a hole. Got the first down and more. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. He'll try to do it himself. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards.
And And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Back to pass on second down. Grab near the sticks. It's Everett. Defense is there to make the stop, and he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
He'll set up to throw. Here's a heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Quarterback just has to be more aware of the situation. First down, goal-to-go situation. You cannot take a sack. So the QB, if no one's open, you got to make sure you're throwing that ball out of the end zone and helping your offense out.
Going to swing it on second down. Punts it out of the air. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
It's third and goal and third and long. It's a reverse. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. With the catch, it's Smith. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
So now it's second and long. Here's the handoff. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a third and long. Dropping back, it's Ware. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And the shot play downfield falls harmlessly to the turf, and we've played 3 quarters. We've reached the end of the quarter, guys, and Louisiana Tech is on top. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And the Golden Eagles will bring the punt team onto the field. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First one of the game. He'll field the punt. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 30. Yard line. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake will get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
No doubt. Find those plays you know you can run them in your sleep. You make sure you execute. Build this lead a little bit bigger. Put this thing away in the fourth quarter.
Wants to fire on second down. Trying to get behind the defense. And it falls in complete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He might want another play. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Southern Mississippi ready to send that offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Looking to throw, it's Ware. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will them to victory. Incomplete there, obviously, but expect them to continue to throw it. This quarterback better dial in.
Building momentum, picking up a... He's moving the chains out to the 34. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's into plus territory, knocked out of bounds after the nice game, mark it at the 47.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
The Golden Eagles will snap it on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with
into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And they did need that extra point to take the lead, and now they have it here in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Makes the quick grab. No chance to run, but they still move it forward.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
They'll try the run. Pretty good job of running to get two there to the 32.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll try to get it through the air. Tight end finds a soft spot. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Under fire. Got his man out of the backfield. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Past the 10. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would be huge. On the option. He'll keep it himself. The pitch. Touchdown! Louisiana Tech. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
They'll line up to go for 2. From the gun, looking for a man. Floating away. Pass is incomplete. They can't convert the 2, and the lead stays at 5. So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Southern Mississippi has it back, and the Golden Eagle offense headed to the field. Who could ask for anything more? Coming down the gut of the game, and maybe one of those moments that will be etched in the annals of this rivalry forever. From the gun, running back on the move. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that 2-minute drill, man, you're searching for those first downs. You got to find them. Sometimes it's a run, sometimes it's a screen. Whatever it is, they choose to run the football here. Still time, but we're still in that hurry-up situation.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible.
And they've trusted their QB to throw the football. And he's going to have to make plays. He's made plays throughout the day. This is now when you come up clutch in a big moment when your team needs it. If that's any indication, I like what I'm seeing.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Back to throw. It's Ware. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Got to get everybody lined up quickly, time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Wants to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And it's caught inside the 30. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Everybody lined up, quickly snapped and spiked to stop the clock. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Right on the money. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down.
And if you're the defense right now, you've given up some yards on this drive, but you've got a possession lead. You just need one more stop after that last incompletion setting up fourth down. Do you blitz? Do you try to speed up the QB? Let's find out and watch.
Going for it all. Touchdown, Southern Mississippi. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And the timing had to be perfect. Down here, this close to the red zone, the windows to throw into are so small. But the quarterback, his receiver, on the same page. With that touchdown catch, they now take the lead.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Louisiana Tech has it back, and the offense comes out ready to go to work. Now in the waning seconds, Jesse, you put yourself in position to pull this one out.
And there's a chance this may come down to the kicker, guys. So which hash mark does he like to kick from the best? You got to play call this to give your guy the best chance to make his kick.
And how much confidence do I have in it? You know, what's his range? All those things come into account of how aggressive you want to be, maybe going towards the end zone versus a field goal.
They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Quarterback making checks. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. Catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Oh, they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.
Yeah, and it's a team game, right? The offense did their job, but now defense will have to find a way in the future to make better plays, get stops, and stop them scoring so many points, especially when your offense does their job.
And we see a lot of games like this in college football when both offenses are just trading blows back and forth, and it just comes down to which defense can get a stop. And unfortunately for the losing team, they just were not able to get it done.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another bowl game is all wrapped up, and we are finished as well. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, thanking our entire crew and thanking you for being with us for another presentation of EA Sports College Football. We'll see you next season.